Welcome to the recap of episodes 17 to 19 of Eden Zero, Season 2. In the Eden Zero, Clean goes for a checkup with Sister. Clean doesn't want to get cured because she really likes the people on the ship. Sister remembers what Jen, her brother, said about Clean's condition and not asking her about her past, or else her emotions would go all haywire. Just when things seem calm, the ship gets this crazy emergency signal: attack drones are heading their way. Jen, Laguna, and Clean step up to defend the ship as they hop into a starfighter from the hangar to fight them off. Now, let's shift to another part of the story. Shiki and his buddies are running away from some bots, and then this little bot shows up asking for help. They tell it that there are still many bots who are okay, but there are these jerks from off-world messing things up. These bad guys, the Beast team, want to wipe out all the machines on the planet on orders by Emperor Nero. Shiki assures the robot nothing will happen. But then, out of nowhere, this Homura dude shoots the little bot. He's all proud of his aim. Shiki tries to fight him, but Homura's got this sticky glue power and traps everyone. He's about to attack Pino, but then Rebecca's partner Happy tries to blast Homura. Happy misses and gets stuck to a tree with glue too. Now Shiki's group is in a tight spot. But wait, Shiki's not giving up. He uses a tree like a baseball bat and sends Homura flying. But Mora's like a glue ninja and launches himself back at Shiki. The sticky guy is being a jerk about destroying robots not having hearts. Shiki is not having it, so he tries to punch Homura. To his shock, his fist goes right through him. Meanwhile, other folks are fighting drones near the Eden Zero. They're told not to let the enemies get close. Back on the ground, Shiki's group gets caught in some sticky glue stuff, and Pino can't use her EMP powers on it. Weisz suggests using Shiki's gravity power to break free. But then Orc throws a big robot head at Shiki, who tosses it away like a boss. Shiki makes a gravity field to free everyone, but their clothes get wrecked in the process. Drones show up, dropping bombs everywhere, and chaos erupts. Orc smashes the drones and steals their parts for his blast man arm. Things get crazy, and Shiki's group gets separated. They're trying to communicate but can't. Homura gets spotted by Homura, Rebecca faces off against Brittany, and Shiki encounters Orc. Shiki and Orc have this epic fight. Orc shoots bullets at Shiki, who dodges like a pro and lands some punches. Shiki reveals his powers come from his grandpa Ziggy, who Orc blames for the chaos on Foresta. Orc spills the beans that they're a team following orders from Poseidon Nero to wipe out androids and anyone who gets in their way. One member of the Beast crew, Brittany, this super smoke lady, goes all sneaky smoky and zaps Rebecca, Happy, and Pino. She's all sassy, calling them small fry. Then there's Homura, who knows Homura's weakness in hot weather, and she shoots glue at her. Sneaky Homura heats the glue when Homura tries to slice it, catching her off guard. Now, Orc and Shiki are duking it out. He goes all supercharged and lectures Orc's crew, telling them they're as bad as Ziggy, and he's all about robot protection. So, Shiki goes full on overdrive and finishes off Orc with a cool meteor breaker move. Orc's down and amazed by Shiki's power, but he's all gloomy, saying there's this big shot gravity dude called Shura who's even tougher. He says the two are destined to brawl. Then, we switch to Weisz and Couchpo hopping on the Eden Zero spaceship. The Shining Stars explain the mess, and Hermit needs Weisz's genius to stop a virus. Weisz asks why not break the thing, but Hermit insists they have to fix it to solve the issue of the robots going crazy. Over somewhere else, Elsie's gang is facing a bunch of robots on the attack. Elsie uses her cool powers to shield her peeps and kicks into action, activating her ether gear abilities. In a forest, this guy Justice senses Elsie's ether gear and plans to nab her for being part of the space pirate. Meanwhile, Pino and Happy conk out, leaving Rebecca solo against Brittany. Brittany's curious about Rebecca's power, and she gets all speedy with her ether gear. And then, Homura's dealing with Homora's fiery glue and sassy remarks. Homura's tough, though she can take the heat but not the insults thrown at her friends. So, around the spaceship Eden Zero, the drones are still causing trouble, despite everyone's hard work. Witch and Sister step up and tell them to help Weisz and Hermit, who are on their way to this big satellite server sending out a virus. Weisz isn't keen on the assistance, but Hermit points out they'll need backup since there will be more drones guarding the server. Meanwhile, Homura is in the middle of a fierce fight with Homura. He tries to attack her with a flaming log, but she's super skilled and slices it in half. Then she transforms into tiger form with these cool blades on her hands and goes to town on Mora. After taking down Mora, Homura is wiped out from the heat and Shiki catches her just in time. He puts her on his back and tries to take her to a spring. Meanwhile, Rebecca's in her own fight with Brittany. Brittany keeps attacking, but Rebecca's too quick and runs off with her robot pals. Brittany's annoyed and chases her. On this other ship, Nero 73, a guy named Shura bullies two women by making them float into the ceiling, killing them. Shura seems to think he owns everything in the cosmos. Meanwhile, Rebecca is still trying to escape from Brittany. She ends up finding a town she saw before. She's brainstorming how to stop Brittany, and she gets an idea from Happy's random chatter about eating. But Brittany catches up to her and Rebecca ducks into a home electronics shop. Inside, Rebecca grabs a vacuum cleaner and comes up with a plan to suck Brittany into it. The trouble is, the vacuum cleaner's locked and she can't turn it on. Suddenly, Pino wakes up and tries to figure out the password, but it's too late. Brittany attacks and sprays some nasty corrosive stuff on Rebecca. But guess what? Using her ether gear, she rewinds time back to when Brittany first found her. This time, Rebecca knows what to do. She unlocks the vacuum cleaner, traps Brittany in it, and sends her flying into the sky. Pino's curious about how Rebecca knew the password, and she explains it's because of her power, Cat Leaper, which is kinda like time travel. Rebecca then gets new clothes and decided to test her Cat Leaper rewind abilities on Pino. She learns her rewind ability, which she calls reverse, is different from the world jumping ability and has a limit of 2 minutes. But too much of it drains her and causes her face to crack, which goes back to normal after some time. At another place, Homura is cooling off inside a spring, with Shiki waiting. Suddenly, they sense some powerful energy from a distance, maybe more trouble ahead. Then we switch to another scene where one member of the Beast team, Orc, is down and talking to his squad. They've been watched the whole time, and they're not in a good situation. Meanwhile, Weisz and Hermit arrive at the satellite to deal with a virus situation in the server. Hermit warns Weisz that she might go nuts because of the virus, and he promises to help her out. They find the main room, and suddenly the lights come on. And guess who's there? Dr. Muller, who asks Hermit if she wants to continue some experiments. Hermit is face to face with her old enemy. This Muller guy deceived and tormented her, making her hate humans for a while. She thought he was locked up, but nope, he explains he caused an explosion and managed to escape. He's all worked up, saying they were wrong to put him behind bars. He's missing body parts from that blast, but now he's back as an OTech, whatever that is. He denies spreading the virus though, pointing fingers at a skullbot and claiming he's in charge of a server. But wait, there's more. He's been rounding up humans for his experiments, and Hermit is on his hit list again. Before Weisz can shoot him, Muller zaps Weisz and ties up Hermit. Now he's all excited about running more tests, and Hermit's freaking out. On a different front, Sister and Witch are worried about Hermit and notice something's up with Clean. Meanwhile, Shiki and Homura are up against a tough group called Beast Squad 1. Things go south fast as Victory, this huge dude, smashes the Beast Squad 1 dudes. Victory goes back to normal size, and another guy, Creed, traps Beast Squad in some ether lock. Justice, who's clearly the big boss around here, notices Shiki and Homura's energy. He figures they were on Elsie's ship and labels Shiki as the Demon King. But Shiki thinks they're friends with Elsie, but Homura is skeptical, saying they're part of the Interstellar Union Army. Justice learns Shiki's tied to Ziggy, having the same ether signature. He tells Creed to nab Homura and orders Victory and himself to head back to the ship. Justice isn't interested in Nero or Ziggy, just Elsie. He's ready to wipe Shiki out, claiming he's got a reason because of Elsie. Shiki gets all fired up too and goes for a punch, but Justice stops him easily. He's all about justice and vows Shiki won't make it to tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to find out what happens in the next episodes. So, stay tuned for more Eden Zero Recaps videos.